Hello.
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 Hi.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What about in YouTube land?
I think in YouTube land we are still looking at the loading screen.
Until like now. I actually have no idea what the delay is.
Like 5 seconds. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going. So hold on. You guys can go ahead. Aha! Now you can hear me. Now they can hear me. I didn't fuck it up this time. All right. Hello. We're fucking back. I don't even remember when we last did this, but it's been a fucking long ass time. We all have pets now, you know. We've been busy. We've been really busy. And a lot of shit's happened since then. So we probably should just get fucking started right now. Let's go.
I don't even know where to start.
We'll go old news first. Old news. Oldest thing so far on our list is you can hear two of me.
Is Visions?
Is Visions. Yes. What? Oh no. What is happening? Eddie. Someone talk about Visions while we figure it out.
Better than hearing none of you.
Yeah, I would rather hear echoey Stacy than no Stacy.
How about now? Do you hear me now? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god, I don't care. I'm gonna fucking echo. Jesus Christ. Every fucking time. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Alright, we're gonna fucking talk about Visions because no. What if is the oldest one? Right?
Yes.
So.
But we can't talk about the last two episodes.
We just can't talk about the last
I
episode.
mean, you can talk about it. We just won't have much to say.
I mean, I work with middle schoolers. I already know. They like middle schoolers are like, it's not a spoiler, but like here's this major spoiler, and it's like, thanks, buddy.
Well,
All right, I'll start.
go ahead, because you were the one who was like, I don't give a shit about this.
I was a naysayer who was like, it's not canon. It doesn't interest me. I don't really care. Blah, blah, blah. I loved it. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Episode 1 hooked me, of course, because I have a massive crush on Peggy Carter. So that one hooked me, and then everything from there I really enjoyed. There were there were a couple of people that I was just like, okay, it was a thing, it was there. But like at the end, which we're not going to talk about the very end, but at the end when they tie it all together nicely, yeah, it was.
I was not expecting it to be tied together at all. Like I figured it's going to be very one-shotty, and just like the fact that there was kind of a story going through it, but just enough to not lose the one-shottiness. I like that.
So,
really
I will say, like this, I feel bad. Like I don't want to do spoilers for you guys about the last episode, and it's hard for me to remember what happened in the 8th episode. But there is a Thanos armor Gamora in the night,
Okay.
and it's just kind of like out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is this? And that's because the episode that specifically was going to cover like that version of Gamora got cut from season 1 because of COVID and timing and everything. But it's going to be in season 2, which we didn't even know there was going to be a season 2 really until someone said, hey, that Gamora episode we made is going to be in the next season. So that's cool. So
Interesting.
pretty cool.
and she looks real cool. Also, I'm just going to yell about it because you already know Peggy Carter's in it. Stealth suit Peggy Carter.
I knew that was going to be the one for you.
Screamed out loud when I watched it. I was like so excited because
So, when is Stacy, your
Yes.
Stacy making one?
as White Cheap Leather approves the final design changes. That's what.
That's going to be awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the show. I am excited for more, and yeah, we'll talk about the finale maybe next podcast because really
I
cool.
just realized I have the money in my account to buy my Red Guardian suit right now.
Uh-oh.
We'll talk. We'll
So
All right.
talk.
I will say real fast about What If without going through the ending. Hopefully they can fucking hear me. That I was not as impressed with as many of the episodes as I thought I was going to be.
Oh, they were kind of fillery. Some of them were just like the zombie one.
Oh, I hated that one.
Like, and the Thor one, it's boring. Like, I wish we actually just watched that one tonight too. I was wishing
we could have skipped that one and finished it.
Yeah.
So I liked the zombie one, but mostly because I liked the kind of dark version of Vision.
Yeah, I mean that part was cool, but also I don't know. I have a thing against zombies, so I was not exactly excited when Zombie Cap showed up. I was like, no, that goes against everything that I want to watch. So, but it did introduce a lot of concepts that we know is going to matter going forward. So, hey, it was cool. I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Marvel thing, but all right.
I would not be surprised at all if they pull some of these characters for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that Captain Carter is going to show up.
I'll lose my mind if that's true.
Joe will die.
He will. He will melt into his chair and we'll never see him again.
See what's going to kill me first. Captain Carter live action or Anakin coming back in live action in Kenobi. Like, whichever of those things gets to me first is what's taking me out.
I'm pretty sure we're getting Multiverse of Madness first, aren't we?
Before Kenobi? Kenobi's in the spring.
So is Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
We don't know. We don't know.
Gonna get a double whammy and just be dead that weekend.
We might find out on Friday, on Disney Plus Day.
Yes.
So,
we'll
see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, the thing I'm most excited for with Disney Plus Day is new episodes of Jeff Goldblum.
Have you guys watched The World According to Jeff Goldblum?
Not all of it. I think I watched the LARPing episode because I had to.
I thought you were going to say Fancy Nancy Season 3 because that's a thing on Disney Plus Day, and I swear you were going to say it just to fuck with us.
Man, I wish I'd controlled my face better so I could be like, yeah, aren't you guys so pumped?
You can really tell I read through all of the info today about it. All right. What's next? Visions?
Visions.
Have you guys watched all of Visions?
We've watched half of it, and I'm not impressed.
It's cute.
Okay. All right, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't watch anime, like any. I have never watched barely any anime. It's just not my deal. Like, maybe I would, but I just really have never, okay? So going into this, I was like, I have no idea what to expect, all right? I would say, like, half of them I really enjoyed, and the other half was either fine or I wanted nothing to do. Like, I'm just going to give you my hits. My hits were The Duel, first one. Loved it. The Ninth Jedi, loved. That's a story that should have been made into a movie. Lop and Cho, the one with the bunny.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. And I'm like, this is like anime. I loved it. So those were like my biggest hits. My biggest one I hated was the brother and sister one.
Yeah, I didn't like
the
that
ones
one.
we saw. That was interesting.
One I gave up on. I was like, I don't need my characters riding in on starships like on top. Like, nope, I'm out. Like, but overall, like, I thought it was a cool project. I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they gave studios a chance to do it. And a couple of them, I hope that they either continue or that they literally take those and make them into something bigger. Yep.
Yeah, your greatest hits list is about identical to mine. And I'll add The Village Bride in there. I really like that one too.
I like that one too.
Yeah. Those were my favorites. And Tatooine Rhapsody, like, I kind of liked it, but only because I swear this is the fucking plot of Gungans and Daddies that Dungeons and Daddies podcast like side story that they
I
did.
think that's what our friend Lindsay was telling us.
And I swear, it's like the same fucking plot of their fucking story that they ran. So I was just like, what? Except they have Boba Fett in this one, and they didn't have that in their podcast. But anyway, it was... I liked seeing Boba, but that was about it, though. I was like, oh, this is not
I like the
what
art
thought was
style
gonna
for
happen.
that one.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Well, and that was what I like about it. What I liked about the episodes I liked wasn't necessarily the Star Wars. It was the other artistic factors to it.
Yeah.
And I think it was just very cool to see what is, like, essentially fan fiction.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
But, like, wonderfully produced and just beautiful and given a chance to really shine.
And I really loved seeing other people's take on the Star Wars universe. Like,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
100%. I mean, the duel is my favorite of all of them. Like, that art style, all of that, like the darks, blacks and whites, and then the reds. I was like,
It was beautiful.
Woo!
When
And
he
that's...
pulls out his lightsaber, it's a TikTok. It's become like a super famous TikTok sound now. And when he pulls out his lightsaber and it's not red, or it's not blue or whatever, it's red. Like, I think that threw the whole audience off. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool like twist I wasn't expecting. Yeah.
Yep. Nope. I was like, that is the shit right there. I'm down for that. So that was cool. All right, that's old news. I can talk real briefly about Shang-Chi and Eternals since I was the only one out of all of us who have seen it. Either of them. Shang-Chi, well, everybody can see it on Disney Plus on Friday.
Oh, Senator, no. Stop. Run off with my yarn.
Oh no! Runaway corgi.
I have her.
All right, I got her.
Shang-Chi was awesome.
Hatched to be.
But I saw it at the fucking Swap Shop Drive-In. And I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but...
I've been to the swap shop, not the drive-in there.
You could barely see the movie. It was like just so dark, and the visuals weren't that good. So I'm looking forward to seeing it on my fucking television. But it was really good. So I'm psyched for that. Eternals is getting fucking panned out there, but I thought it was really good. So
Most of my friends who have seen it have said that it's about an hour too long.
It's like 2 stories in one, but I didn't feel like it was too long. You know what I mean? Like, I never at any point felt this is dragging or this is boring. Like, I was in with the story the whole fucking time. Now, if you're like the Marvel fan... Huh?
Does it have a big time jump in the middle?
There's lots of flashbacks
Okay.
in history to, like, the Eternals history to, like, show, like... It's a character story. Like, it's all about, like, showing who they are and how they got to where they are, and then it gets to the problem of the day.
Shang-Chi or Eternals?
Eternals.
Okay. We're talking Shang-Chi, I thought.
Oh, I already went, because everybody's going to see it. Everybody's going to see it on Friday, and then we can talk about it, really.
Okay.
But Eternals is really good, and I feel like it deserves a lot better than it's fucking getting. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful fucking movie. And the second cut scene, or the second post-credit scene, I, like, screamed. So, one day everybody will see it and we can talk about it.
Yes. We're going to have a Marvel catch-up podcast in a couple weeks when we've all seen the stuff.
Yeah, all the Marvel catch-up.
Mm-hmm.
All the Marvel catch-up.
Hit on so much Star Wars tonight. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because we've got lots of fucking Star Wars news after this long-ass drought.
Yeah.
Right? November 1st, we got the Book of Boba trailer. Finally. It was
About fucking time.
It was so fucking good. I'm so psyched. I'm so excited.
Are we doing the thing? Can we do the breakdown on the thing?
We could do the fucking breakdown. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
I wrote down notes. Okay.
Oh.
Nope.
All right.
You are fancy, sir.
Number 1. He's lying at the house.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Wait. Every time your pork makes noise, Joe cuts out.
Sorry. I'm gonna turn it off.
You're good. You're good.
Good night, Alfredo.
A couple things. I think he's lying out of his ass in the dialogue where he's talking to Ithorian about not being a bounty hunter. I think he's lying out of his ass. Maybe he doesn't want to be a bounty hunter anymore, but he's absolutely a bounty hunter. I think the entirety of this trailer takes place in the first episode and maybe a snippet of the second episode.
I would agree with that.
I don't think Boba Fett is going to be a crime boss. I think this is all a setup to get rid of the rest of Jabba's minions. I don't like his helmet. It's weird. It looks like a Hasbro series, and I don't like it. What else? I really like the Ithorian having a voice modulator so we can understand him. I don't know if that's going to be the case in the show, but I thought it was interesting for the trailer. And I think that this has been talked about a lot online, but I think that the big city shot that they pan to, I think that is Bastine, the capital of Tatooine, which we have never seen in much, like we haven't seen it in video form especially, but we haven't seen it in barely any Star Wars media. And there's actually a really cool TikTok that somebody made. I had read about this before that, but there's a really cool TikTok someone made of some concept art from the original trilogy that was for Tatooine that never got used or made because it was too complicated. And it looks like they took that exact concept art and made it into this for this show, which is, I love when they do that. I mean, they do that a lot, but I love stuff like that. Like they don't waste any old concept stuff. Like they always end up using it.
I love it.
Don't need to build an entire set at this point because they have
the volume. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's Bastine. I think that's still on Tatooine. So, but yeah, I think that they're showing us very little in this trailer of what this show is actually about. And I know there's been some heated people online that Boba Fett is going to be a crime boss, and it's not the case. Like, I'm sorry.
I don't see that happening.
Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are still the producers of this show. Like, they have their hands on all these shows. And if you've ever heard Dave Filoni talk about Star Wars, Dave Filoni's not making a show about Boba Fett becoming a crime lord. Like, he's just not.
But Robert Rodriguez might.
I don't know. I don't know.
He is the showrunner.
Yeah, but like Dave and John have set up this little like after the OT universe that they're gonna tie all these shows together with. Like, I just don't see how Dave would be good with a Boba Fett crime show. Like, yeah.
Well, if it sets up a version of things where Boba's the big bad guy, but also like not the villain.
Yeah.
Well, it's a gray area. It's a gray area. I agree with most of Joe's hot takes here. I think the trailer is only showing the first episode and maybe parts of the second. In the very beginning, you notice that Boba doesn't have any more scars, right? And you see him, it looks like he's getting out of a medical tank, right?
Yep.
Like he's just clearing, like, so. Oh, Senator! We're going to have to give her a mic and a camera and put her a part of the show. So I feel like part of that is, like, I know some people are like, man, why isn't he still scarred up? Well, one, it's probably a pain in the ass to fucking put on all the time, right? Especially when the tech's there to fucking clean him up. He's not a bounty hunter anymore. He's not. He's been with the fucking Tusken Raiders for all these fucking years. He's not a bounty hunter right now. He's not, man. He hasn't been. He's not part of the guild right now or any of that shit, I bet. We're gonna find out more about how all that works, but...
Where has he been? We need an answer to that. Because I don't think he has been with the Tusken Raiders this whole time. I don't believe it.
Why not?
I just don't believe it. I don't believe
Why?
it.
He would have gotten his face fixed up sooner. He wouldn't have been hanging out in the desert with a gaffy stick and some Tusken robes. I mean, come on. He was doing something.
I think if he had the means to get off Tatooine and the resources to get off Tatooine, he would have gotten his armor back sooner.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, too. I think
Yeah.
There's like a 5 to 7 year period between
maybe it
return.
takes a while to recover from being eaten by a sand vagina.
I mean, he was partially digested, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know how long he was fucking in there for one. It might have been a year or so.
For like a month.
But it's just like, it's still in great shape. Like, where was Slave One the whole time?
Somewhere on fucking Tatooine, man. Under a fucking tarp somewhere. I mean. But, yeah, I think he might really want to take over the fucking crime boss, he might be wanting to take revenge. I don't think he fucking knows what he's doing yet, necessarily. Like, he has an objective in his head, but I think when the show is all over, where he's gonna end up is not where he thinks he's gonna be.
Yeah, and that's something I wish the trailer had done better. Like, Boba Fett has always been a very mysterious character, and I would like for him to remain that way without also just being Mando again, or for the first time. Don't know how that sequencing works there.
What do you mean?
Like, he was the original mysterious Mandalorian. Now we have another mysterious Mandalorian.
Another Mandalorian bounty hunter with a crazy ass reputation. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but
what to get at, like, I just feel like the trailer did not do a lot to give Boba character like an inner life. And I think that's what we need to see from Boba, is some kind of inner life, some kind of, like, what does he want to avoid him becoming Mando again? Like, just another mysterious Mandalorian.
They did that thing with the trailer that they continue to do, where they're like, we're going to give you this, and it's nothing. It's nothing.
It's a lot of pretty visuals with Easter eggs. They had Bomar monks in it.
They're like, we're going to give it to you, and you're going to love it, and it has nothing in it. Because we drip feed you this stuff once every 8 months, and you're just going to eat it up. I'm going to sit back here and laugh, because this is nothing what the story is going to be like. Like, that's what they're doing. It's so frustrating.
They gave us...
Because they know we're going to watch it no matter what.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the still where it looks just like Alec Guinness is behind him?
No.
Yes. I saw it because someone wrote an entire article based on it, and I'm like, oh, of course you did.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. That's not happening. But there were Bomar monks. We had Klaatuans. We had Trandoshans. We had a fucking Ithorian lord, whatever the fuck he is on a throne. That's pretty cool.
Both kinds of Trandos.
That's true. I was actually kind of excited about that, because I like the ones they did in Mando, where they made them look more realistic, but also at the same time, it's good to show the other ones, because kind of be like there's just different kinds.
The Klaatuan, how do you say that?
The Klaatuans?
Yes. They're in it too, right? Those were Jabba's minions.
Yep. And even the fucking Aqualesh, those guys with the chins.
They're spider people.
Jabba's palace scene yet, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mind the helmet. I think the new paint job actually looks kind of cool. I didn't really study the differences in the helmet, so maybe I'll get more nitpicky about it later.
The old helmet, wider and shorter. Like, everyone online is like, oh, they made it different because it's more comfortable from Tamwara. And I'm like, yep, from a production point, I absolutely understand it. You want your actor to be comfortable, you want him to be able to wear it, absolutely understand it. It looks like a Hasbro Black Series helmet. It does.
I don't mind it. I prefer the little bit of weathering they've added to the paint job.
Yeah.
But we knew that was coming.
Yes. Yeah.
Weathering for a 3-week period that has probably gone from Mando to this. Like, all right, fine. That's enough weathering for that. No.
I mean,
Excuse me for a moment while I grab the puppy.
Just the scuffle when he went and took over Jabba's palace and killed Bib Fortuna could have scuffed a bunch of that up. No, we know this. No fucking paint job stays clean the second you put it on there. You're gonna scuff it immediately.
He has to be painted before he gets into the tussle with Casca, doesn't he?
That's true. He did repaint it right then and there. So it could have
gotten some of that from the tussle with her too.
That's true. Yep. So I think he looks fucking good. Tem looks fucking great. I'm excited. So excited.
I will say, the suit itself looks much better. Just like better fitting. Like, you can tell Tem's gotten in some good shape too. Like, not that he was in bad shape before, but you can tell like he's been going hard. But like, I'm allowed to say this now because they posted about it. But the company that made Casca and Bo-Katan's suits for season 2 of Mando are the ones who made the new suit for Book of Boba for Boba Fett.
Right.
So not to bash on the Mando version of Boba suit, but it wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest. It just wasn't.
Well,
But
and also he wore it over his Tuscan robe thing, which made
Yeah, that
everybody
was
be
never
like,
gonna look good.
right.
Yeah.
So
and like
it didn't
still
fit
has
right.
a lot of that going on, but not as much. So,
Yeah.
but he's got like a new belt. He's got he's got some new stuff.
I did not hate Mando Boba, like the character design. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I felt like in the story it made sense.
Yes, agree. Yeah.
And it very much characterized him as like just the super pragmatic. I'm just gonna put my armor over what I have, and I'll worry about it later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why the fuck not? I mean, I think what we're gonna find out is he gets out of the Sarlacc, however long it fucking took him to do that. The fucking Tusken Raiders take him in. He has some kind of near-death crazy fucking experience clearly when he's in there. And I think that's why he didn't leave Tatooine. Like, something changed him. Like, a spiritual fucking something is going on with him. However that works. But I think it's going to start with revenge by killing all of the fucking crime bosses. Starting with Bib. And go from there. I mean, it's Robert Rodriguez. It's going to be a fucking slaughter. It's going to be beautiful. So
Robert
good.
Rodriguez writing a revenge movie? That doesn't sound right.
Can we make a podcast? I want to make a bet on the podcast, and like you can decide what my punishment is if I'm wrong. Okay?
All
No,
right.
Joe, I don't make bets with you anymore. You cheat.
I'll fucking make the bet.
Oh.
I know what's gonna happen when he fucking loses. Let's go.
You set up whatever. By episode 3, he will blow up that palace and walk away from it. By episode
No! He's not gonna blow it up! Because the Bomar monks are still living there. He doesn't want to kill them.
that palace up, alright?
What about the brain droid monks? You can't just leave them homeless, Joe, okay? You can't just blow them up. I don't know. We'll
mean, you
we'll
can.
see.
Shouldn't have put their brains in a giant robot. That's on them.
Alright. Well, yeah,
Alright,
so
I'm
that's...
gonna add to your bet. It's gonna
Yeah.
blow up the palace, and it's gonna be with a thermal detonator that he hid underneath one of the tables, but like years ago.
That's just been there.
Just going full bounty hunter wars.
Yeah. Because that was the dumbest fucking thing, and I really hope they do it again.
Well, we'll see. All right. So, I mean, that's the next fucking shit we're getting, like, full show, December 27th. I think we might even do a watch party. We're thinking about it. We might film a reaction or everything. Who knows? That might be a thing. Disney Plus Day is Friday. We are probably getting a Kenobi trailer. Maybe.
It's another one, like, they're gonna give us the trailer, and it's gonna be really pretty, and it's not gonna give us anything.
So that's the 12th. Kenobi's coming out in the spring. No way in hell.
They're gonna give us something.
They're not going to give us shit.
We're getting Kenobi on Friday. We're getting Andor something on Friday.
We're getting a sizzle reel from Andor.
We're getting new project announcements on Friday.
They're gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna cut the stream and not show it to us.
No, there is no stream.
No, it's just announcements and shit. Yeah.
Stream event. It's just they're going to announce shit all day long on Twitter and YouTube.
And somehow everyone else will get to see it except us. Us being the general public.
Oh.
So salty.
There's no nothing. It's just Disney Plus Day, we're posting shit online. That's what they're doing all day long.
We'll get to that, Eddie, who I see in chat. Hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there. So, alright, my predictions. Kenobi trailer. We're getting one. It's gonna be a short one. It'll be like, maybe we'll get fucking Clone Wars flashback, fucking Anakin in Clone Wars armor and shit. That'd be cool in that. That'd be cool. No. They're not gonna do that to us.
That's too much to hope for.
No? Okay. We're gonna get the Andor scissor reel. Sizzle reel.
I think a scissor reel is something else.
Like a dance, right?
Yikes. So that's happening. Those two things for sure. Rogue Squadron has been shelved indefinitely now.
Delayed.
It's been shelved.
Yes, agreed.
So that's, but Scuttlebutt says that Kevin Feige's Star Wars project is going to be directed by Chloe Zhao, who did Eternals. It is being written by one of the Loki writers. And the other rumor of this movie is that it's supposed to take place prior to any of the other movies in the timeline.
So Old Republic shit?
Well, I mean, or High Republic, or anything before the prequels, basically.
Wait, are we still talking about the High Republic?
If they want to make it more popular, what are they going to do? Throw a movie on it? Yeah. Something like that, right?
Well, the Acolyte is supposed to be at that time period, too.
That's true. So that might be the movie that's going to get announced on Friday, because if it's circulating now, maybe they're ready to fucking talk about it. And we still have the Taika Waititi Star Wars project that's still happening somewhere down the line. I don't know if they're... That dude is so fucking busy. I don't know when it's gonna fucking happen. But...
What is up with these... Like, why does it seem like every 2 years they announce a project, they're like, this is who's gonna direct it. And then that director goes, I'm so excited to do Star Wars. And then that director goes, you know what? I'm gonna do every other project first. Everything. I'm gonna sign like 3 more deals and just fuck Star Wars. Like, every time.
To be fair, I think that's more Lucasfilm is just not ready to put these fucking movies out. So instead of sitting there with idle fucking hands, these directors are taking other fucking projects in the meantime. There's only so much they can do until the movie's ready to go.
I mean, Joe, would you prefer they rush through the projects they have in the pipeline and somehow win a cultural phenomenon?
No, I understand that, like, COVID has delayed a lot of the movie stuff. Like, I understand. They want to wait until movie theaters are back before they start releasing movies again. And they have a platform already to put these shows on that they don't need theaters. I get it. But, like, come on, man. I need a Star Wars movie soon. Like, let's go.
I'm afraid for them to do a Star Wars movie. Like, I don't know. I want one, but also it's been nice.
It's hurt.
Well, and it's just been nice not having my friends scream at each other on the internet over Space Wizards.
And the shows have been just so fucking good.
And the show's been good.
So, and you get more content with the shows. I mean, we got 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. It's like 2 trilogies right there, basically. Like, I'm not gonna ever fucking complain about that. Ever. So, we'll see.
What are we doing right now? Are we doing Disney Plus Day stuff?
Yeah, we're still doing all the Disney Plus and fucking Star Wars news and rumors. So
I'm not expecting anything from Boba on Friday.
Well, we have the Boba Fett special.
Oh, it's true. There is a Boba Fett special that's like under the helmet about. It's basically a setup show. So like people who've been hidden under a rock for 40 years can find out what Boba Fett is before a Boba Fett show comes out. They're doing the same thing for Hawkeye, to be fair. They're doing like a greatest hits of Hawkeye in the MCU to lead up to the new Hawkeye show. So yes,
there's a whole category on Marvel for like going through certain heroes as their shit's coming out.
Yeah, they have that.
By the way, Hawkeye has no greatest hits because he's the worst Avenger, but
great Legolas.
He tries. He's got a cool robot arm. And What If? That's so much trauma.
Do you know how they got me for that show, for this Hawkeye show? You know how they got me?
How?
They made it a fucking Christmas show. That's how
yes! You know what it reminds me of? It's like Die Hard. Marvel.
Yep.
Is that what it takes to get you invested, Joe? Christmas?
No, I don't like Hawkeye and I don't like Jeremy Renner. So, yeah, they made it a Christmas show. So I'm like, all right, it's a Christmas show. There's going to be a new girl Hawkeye taking over. Like, all right, fine.
I think it'll be good. We'll see. It's going to tie in a bunch of shit. We're probably going to see more of the Thunderbolts tie-ins to that. We might see the new Black Widow up in there a little bit.
We're definitely going to see her.
Oh, I for sure think we are.
So that's going to be cool. And then this might be it for him. This might be his fucking swan song. So you might be able to say goodbye, Jeremy Renner Hawkeye, after this. So that'll be good for Joe. But yeah, when I saw the trailer, it gave me like total like fucking Die Hard fucking vibes. I'm like, oh, this is for people who think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. This is what this is.
Yep.
So it'll be cool.
They're totally going to throw in one of those Netflix characters into that show.
And if they don't make Avengers the fucking musical for real, like, damn.
I had heard a rumor a while back.
Don't say it.
Don't say it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Don't. Why? Say it.
Spoiler. It's not just a rumor, it's a spoiler, because I know that it's true. It's too big of a spoiler.
Okay.
Keep on going.
Nope.
Also, we can't talk about Spider-Man No Way From Home, like, at all.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I know way too much about the movie to, like, say anything without ruining shit.
I mean, but, you know,
I woke
wonder...
up to a leaked spoiler image from Joe the other day.
To be fair, I had already told you about that spoiler. That's why.
Oh.
But are they real or are they fake?
Oh, it's definitely real.
One of them's real.
I mean, I've already had predictions, which I've heard are true.
Poor Tom Holland. Poor Tom Holland out here still having to lie every day that the other Spideys aren't in this movie. This poor dude.
We all fucking knew. We all fucking knew. Whatever. We only have another month, right? And then it'll be out.
I'm super excited for that.
I'm really excited for that movie.
Did you guys see Venom?
No.
Nope.
No, it's also on my list.
Oh.
Haven't.
I didn't see the first one either, but like my kids won't shut up about the new one.
And
The
they-
first
that's
one
what they're into,
was
so they can
better.
ship.
I think the first one was a better just story. As much as you could get. The second one was fun as shit though. But the post-credit scene. And then we had the fucking Morbius. Fuck, I forgot his name. The fucking Jared Leto vampire fucking movie, Marvel movie trailer, and he had Vulture in it.
Out of things.
Jared Leto
That's
is
cool. Running.
Yeah.
No, but Vulture, Michael Keaton's Vulture was in it. Like, basically, they're fucking bringing all the fucking Sony shit together, tying it to Marvel. Like, it's all, the walls are coming down. They're done. It's basically just gonna be a fucking free-for-all. I mean, soon enough we're gonna see Fox X-Men show up. It's gonna be a fucking thing.
I really hope so, because the castings for those last few X-Men movies were great.
I loved all the First Class ones and all of that. Like, I thought they did so good. Please give me Michael Fassbender, Magneto, some more. Please!
Multiverse of Madness, that's all I'm gonna say.
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? I'm gonna lose my shit.
I think
those X-Men characters are gonna come into play. They are.
Well, I know, and I know they have to be where it's tied to Wanda. So
some characters, like, I'm not gonna tell you all of them because, like, I can't guarantee that, or I don't know that for sure. But some of those actors are gonna get used in all of this multiverse shit that's going on.
It has to, and Wanda is so important to the MCU, and Magneto is her daddy. So where the fuck?
I want to ask a question while we're on Multiverse of Madness and Wanda. Wanda's going to be the villain in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. She's fucking.
So how do we feel about going from a show where we dove into, like, Wanda's feelings and, like, this trauma and all this emotion, and then immediately, like, Wanda's the bad guy? Like,
I mean, she's not gonna stay the bad guy. It's temporary.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be the bad guy so much as the antagonist.
Right. It's going to be like towards the end of WandaVision where she's basically holding all these people hostage and you're like, oh shit, she's being a fucking villain right now. And it's kind of going to be along those lines. It's going to be a thing, but like it's
going to be Wanda throwing everybody else's safety to the wind to get to those kids. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, and I think the show actually did a good job setting up, like, Wanda as the bad guy. Like, even if she ultimately made the right choice in the end, she made such wrong choices every time leading up to it.
Yep.
And
I guess it's supposed to make me sad, but it does.
It is. Yeah. Because she's, like, one of the best characters right now. Like,
since getting these powers, like, she has been made into the bad guy, and then to the point where it kind of actually made her be the bad guy, you know? Yeah. I don't know. Anyways.
What
is
is
to see how they handle it. especially like, you know, we watched the Killmonger What If episode, and just Marvel has a bad habit of like making the villains say sensible things and have the heroes go, but you're doing it wrong. It's like, okay, yes, but they have a point.
Killmonger was always one of the best villains to begin with. He was so
And then
fucking
killing
good.
them because, you know, we can't offend the national morality.
Well, maybe he'll come back. They need a new
Yes.
Black Panther, and Letitia Wright is apparently shut down Black Panther Wakanda Forever production because she won't get vaccinated. So,
Just recast.
recast her. I have no sympathy for people like that anymore, so goodbye. Let's bring back fucking Michael B. Jordan. And
we have the multiverse.
exactly.
Pull
Just
him back. And,
pull him
and
back.
like, and that's what I hope they don't do with Wanda as a villain. Like, redemption through death. I am so tired of it. Kylo Ren used up the last of my, like, I can deal with this about it. I am never, like, going to be able to enjoy a movie that uses, well, they were bad, but then they died, so now they're good.
To be fair, like, I don't think they're gonna kill Wanda. She's kind of like one of the cornerstones of the MCU right now, and
She's
they need
super
her.
popular.
Yeah, they need her.
I hope they don't.
Especially since we know for sure, based on What If, that Tony Stark dying is a fixed point in time and cannot change.
I still don't agree with that.
He must always die. Always die. Yeah, he ain't coming back.
Don't agree with you.
Which is sad, but you know, I think she is going to basically be in this madness, but she'll snap out of it at some point. I mean, that's what it's gonna take. We have the other Vision out there, and eventually he's gonna become full Vision again, and that might be what it takes to bring her back. But it'll happen. I'm not worried. It'll be fine.
I'm a little worried.
It'll be fine.
I'm just a tad worried.
Marvel doesn't break our hearts like that. I mean, unless we know they break. I mean, we know when they're gonna break our hearts, though. We know. I don't think they're gonna do it here. What is grief, but if not love persevering? That is like the best worst line of all time. It's like seared into my soul.
That's, oh my gosh, and this is what they're tucking in the kids, and I cried so much.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. When is Multiverse of Madness? Is it March? February?
I think March.
March. Okay.
I need to start like putting these things on a calendar and just like sticky noting it to my monitor.
They changed it so much. Like, I used to know, and then they fucking shuffled everything around.
COVID.
I know. Like, so Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange,
Yes.
and then
We also
Thor?
have new Witcher coming soon.
Oh, I'm so
go
excited
up.
about
Yeah.
that.
Witcher in December.
Yes.
Cowboy Bebop next week.
Yes. Oh, that's next week.
Friday.
Oh shit. I'm excited for that too.
I'm
Joe, I know
really
you don't watch
excited for
anime, but you should watch Cowboy Bebop because it's not anime, even if it's based on an anime. It's gonna be fucking good.
Action version before I watch the real version.
I don't think it'll matter.
Nah, just watch the Netflix one, and then you can go back and watch the other one later if you want.
Okay.
It'll be
They're
awesome.
both on Netflix
It'll
now.
be good. It'll be good. What else is fucking coming out? There was a whole bunch of shit. I'm like, man, there's gonna be so much stuff to fucking watch soon. And now I'm blanking.
Oh yeah,
I
there's
didn't-
Stranger
Big Mouth.
Things.
Oh, Stranger Things. Ghostbusters
Oh yeah, I forgot the new
coming.
season of Big Mouth is out.
What's Big Mouth?
What else?
It's on Netflix.
Oh.
It's like a raunchy cartoon about a kids going through puberty. It's got John Mulaney and it's really funny. It's gross, but it's funny.
Oh.
I had my kids were talking about it and told them, like, guys, that's not appropriate for school. And they're like, we're 14. We can talk about it. I'm like, not at school. I'm an adult. I can't talk about it. And they're like, do you watch Big Mouth, Miss Nikki? I'm like, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, it's true. I used to have to, like, other than the Marvel and Star Wars stuff, I couldn't tell any of the kids the stuff I was watching at school. I'm gonna bring this out of left field real fast, but if you aren't watching Ted Lasso out there, you should be watching Ted Lasso. It's so
Ted
good.
Lasso?
Yes. Yes. You know why? Because it makes you feel good.
Sorry, I tuned out for a second there because someone was messaging me on my phone, and
I said yes. Watch Ted Lasso.
Like the last 2 years, like it feels like both those seasons came out within a year period of time. I don't know, but it fucking is the best.
Mm-hmm.
What is that even about?
If you just need a wholesome show to yes, it's so good.
It makes you feel good.
It's
what is it about?
Like the overall plot, and you're like, oh, that's not my thing, but I promise you will like this show.
You guys sound like you're describing a cult right now. It's like it's so.
No.
It's kind
of like a cult.
Good.
All right.
So Jason Sudeikis is the main character, right? He's a college football coach who gets hired to coach a Premier League soccer team in Europe.
In England.
I know, Nikki, I know.
Trust me, you'll love it.
It's just about the players and him and their personalities and like.
Joe, I don't know if how am I supposed to trust you?
Oh my God.
Trust me. Trust me. You can trust me.
You're right. That Lasso sucked. You shouldn't watch it, Nikki.
No, like it leaves you feeling happy and good, which is like the thing that like when you're in COVID 3.0.
Yeah.
So like they tackle like some grief and like some depression stuff. That's really,
mental health. It's crazy. Yeah, it's all good.
It's really good. It's really good.
I'll look into it.
All right. So that's my one non-nerd recommendation, though. It's kind of nerdy. And also, if you fucking like westerns, The Harder They Fall on Netflix is the shit. So
I've heard good things.
Yes, it's such a great western.
Do you know what you shouldn't watch on Netflix?
Oh no, what?
Fucking Dracula. BBC's Dracula.
It's fucking god awful.
You've been complaining about this one for a while.
It's that bad.
All right.
It's so bad.
Is it worse than like the Dracula that what the fuck was his name?
Yes.
The
Whatever
one
you're about to say yes.
The one where Jonathan Rhys Meyers Dracula?
Or you think Dracula 2000?
No, it was a show. It only lasted a season.
I haven't seen it, but yes, it's better. Yeah, that show is better than BBC Dracula.
You need to find this show and watch it, and then you're gonna come back and eat those words. But anyway.
Okay, I will.
No, I don't think she will.
Well, and like, I mean, I may have mentioned before in the group chat. You might be familiar. I hate the book Dracula. It is my enemy. It is my nemesis.
So, I made the mistake of not knowing that Nikki hated Dracula. And, like, I read somewhere one day that Dracula, the character Dracula, is public domain.
Yes.
Anybody who wants to write stories about Dracula or make stories about Dracula can do it because he's public domain. So, like, I thought this was just interesting. So I sent this to Nikki thinking, like, oh, this would interest Nikki, not knowing Nikki hated Dracula. And I should have already known. Nikki probably already knows it's public domain. Like, she fucking writes. Like, she probably knows this already. But, like, I just, like, sent this, like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but I thought this was interesting. And then, like, the fucking word vomit that I got back.
You know what? No. This is a challenge. Nikki, you need to rewrite Dracula to be better.
That's really not hard. Really not hard.
Like, if you know Nikki, the response I got back was not expected.
You triggered, like, my autism special interest, but the special interest is hating Dracula. That is...
Oh, on a sidebar, here's another good show in the horror genre-ish that
we are so off script right now.
That I recommend. Midnight Mass on Netflix.
I've heard good things about that too.
That is
really
good. On my list.
And better than Dracula.
I believe it.
So it's good.
What else? We had a very long list of things. What's the list, Stacey?
All right. We're back. Star Wars Visions. We talked about that. What if? We talked about it. Shang-Chi and Eternals. Since I was the only one to see them, I glazed through that shit. We talked about Book of Boba trailer. I could talk more about the Bomar monks if you want and that shit. Because Disney Plus Day. Talked about that. Rogue Squadron getting shelved. Boom.
Oh, that's something I wanted to talk about. So, for the 7 people that are watching this, Disney Plus is teaming up with AMC this week in the show showings of movies. Disney
Oh.
movies, Pixar movies, and a Star Wars movie. The weird thing about it, though, is they're not telling you what the movies are going in. Like, you literally go into the theater, and it's like, surprise, this is the movie we're showing
This is
you.
what you're gonna watch.
Yeah, it's like $5 tickets, and it's like, you're gonna see a random Pixar movie or a random Disney movie, and then like they tell you which one: Pixar, Disney. There's a fourth category I can't remember, and then Marvel. Yeah, Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah, Pixar, Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars. And like, there's certain times they show each one each day. The Star Wars one's the late one. It's 9 o'clock. At least the one at my theater is 9 o'clock. The Star Wars movie is Rogue One. I can tell you because I know the runtime. I looked it up. It's Rogue One. So if you're interested in seeing Rogue One in theater again, we know Steve's not. We don't need to discuss that.
I would go, but it's my husband's least favorite.
Guys, imagine you go and you pay to see a random grab bag Marvel movie, and you get Thor: The Dark World.
Yikes!
You said tickets are $5?
They wouldn't do that.
$5 tickets? I walk out.
They wouldn't do that.
What? What if you walk in and it's Captain America Winter Soldier, Steve?
I mean, yes. In that case,
we can probably find out Marvel too, based on the runtime for that.
You just match up run
Sure,
times.
someone did on Reddit. I just didn't go looking for that. I only went looking for the Star Wars one.
Man, I wish we didn't know it was Rogue One, because I might have been able to convince my husband to go, but then he would have tried to leave.
Is he still watching?
no, he's not watching.
You can do it.
He probably he can hear me though.
Oh,
Apparently, that's why you've been banished to the garage.
I know.
tell him Joe's wrong, and it's only Friday that they're showing up. But Saturday could be a different one.
The best thing about moving next summer is I will have a real studio that he can't hear me screaming from. Yay. But yeah, no, I still going to the theaters right now is still sketch. I mean, when we went to Eternals, it was Friday morning. He had taken the day off work anyway because we went to Metallica the night before. So we went to like the first showing and it was still full of people, and like thankfully a lot of them were wearing masks, but like I don't fucking trust anybody.
I saw Dune at 7:40 on a Friday night, and we were 2 of 10 people in the theater.
That's crazy. But also because it's on HBO. We didn't talk about that at all. I thought Dune was awesome.
I loved
it.
Yep.
Oh, consensus
So
pick on the podcast.
I did have one of my coworkers, because I'd posted on Facebook about like, oh my gosh, I think Dune's one of the best movies I've ever seen. And they were telling me like, yeah, I want to chat you about that. I didn't get it. They were like, it took me so like I was halfway through the movie before I knew what was going on. But then once I figured out what was going on, I really enjoyed it.
I keep hearing I should definitely watch the one from 1984.
Oh, no.
I mean,
I was going to say watch it with subtitles will make it better for just about everybody, because there's some words there that you're like, what? What the what?
It's the year 10,000. Here's our main character, Paul, and his mother, Jessica.
It was just the two savior tropes, like both names of the savior tropes. It's like fucking, I don't even know. I can't remember what they were called. It was like, okay, like I know what you're doing here, but man, I'm glad I'm watching this with subtitles, because people who aren't are probably like, what the fuck are they saying?
We need to watch it again with subtitles, because
But that music, though, that was like, if I had $1 for every time in my life I've watched a movie and like, wow, this music is like really good, like really, really good, and get to the end and just goes Hans Zimmer. I'm like, oh yeah,
yeah, pretty much. Him and Ludwig Göransson are like the best that are still going now that John Williams retired. Basically.
If there wasn't a John Williams in the world, like Hans Zimmer is the GOAT. I mean, there's a John Williams, so he's not. But Hans Zimmer is
It's pretty fucking close, though. He's pretty good.
I mean...
So, you say that. Howard Shore wrote the soundtrack to Lord of the Rings.
Oh, well, that's really fucking good, too, though.
Yeah.
Howard Shore is also another good one.
Don't look at John Williams' resume. There's nobody that's close. Nobody.
Oh, yeah, John Williams, definitely. John Williams wrote the music for Fiddler on the Roof, the movie.
What?
You
That's
might
crazy.
be Hans Zimmer. Like, Hans Zimmer is my second go-to, but There's a discussion to be had there about the
Hans Zimmer did Pirates of the Caribbean also, right? I think
No.
so. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first one, at least.
Yeah. He did a lot of them. I'm gonna have to look it up now. I'm gonna be excited. But yeah.
Didn't he also do Inception?
Anything that's Christopher Nolan.
Yes.
Just about any Christopher Nolan.
You're telling me anytime I've asked, is this Batman?
Yes.
Well, back to Dune real fast. Who knows when we're gonna get the second part, but at least it's been greenlit now.
They're
Do you
ready.
think it'll already be done?
He said
They said 2023 release.
Damn.
He said like this summer, ready to start.
All right. I mean,
I'm gonna have to read the book before then.
Soon enough.
I wanted to see it in IMAX, but I could watch it on HBO, so I did.
I watched HBO at like 2 a.m. Like, I'm gonna watch. My plan is like I'm gonna watch this and go to bed, and then it ended, and I'm like, no, I want more, like right now, like now.
Yep. Nope, it was good.
But it takes so like that is something. It takes so long for like the plot to start, and you get to the end, you're like, okay, but that was the.
How about that Oscar Isaac shade?
Holy shit! Wait, for the Star Wars shade?
Yeah.
Whatever. I was more thinking, holy shit, he was so hot in that movie.
I mean, he was.
That's Duke
what I
Dill.
was thinking.
Duke Dill.
Yeah. Do you blame him? Like they
No,
did
God, no.
his fucking character dirty.
Yeah.
So.
But Duke Dill.
Say the quote, Steve, for the audience who doesn't know what we're talking about.
I believe his words were, "It's just really nice to be in a fuck, I can't remember the exact quote
Well
right now.
plotted.
Franchise where, yeah, it was basically like a science fiction franchise where it's well written. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, something like that.
Yeah.
Or well thought out, or well written. It was something along those lines.
Yep.
Just throwing all the shade at Star Wars for being a shit show.
Yep. And you know what? He's
For
right.
the first time in my career, I'm getting to star in a well-written epic sci-fi franchise.
Oh,
Woo!
Doesn't it hurt a little?
Woo!
it does hurt a little because I love Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
I love Poe Dameron.
They just did him wrong, man. They did him so bad.
To be fair, like it's a little cruel for him to do that because Poe Dameron was supposed to be in the first 10 minutes of that movie and be killed off, and then they go, "Oh, you're really cool. We're gonna fucking keep you around because we like you and you want to be here." So like, they did him a favor, and like then he turns around and like, it's good to finally be in a well-written sci-fi movie. Like, damn, dude, like they like hooked you up. Like you wrote a story about how like much you cried because you got to bring your uncle on the set of a Star Wars movie, and now you're like stabbing us in the back here, like.
Yeah, and then they character assassinated him too.
Exactly. They did the stupidest fucking shit to his character and to Finn.
I just like the way they came up. Like I feel like what's her name?
Zori Bliss.
Zori Bliss. Like her whole purpose in that movie was to go look at our straight man. He is straight and he sleeps with women, not with Finn.
Yeah, that was
Like,
also just dumb.
You don't bite
it
your
was
lip.
dumb.
Look, you don't bite your lip and look at someone who's just your friend wearing your jacket like that. Like I might bite my lip and look at Joe that way.
There were rumors that they might try to get Finn back for a D+ show, and maybe Oscar Isaac would come back too.
I believe he said he's only willing to come back if it's JJ though.
I think it was what Boyega said.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. We had
I
this
mean-
talk in the last podcast, I believe.
Yeah, maybe.
Give them
That-
5 to 10 years, and they're all gonna come back. But
It's
it ain't
true. The fucking giant bags of money will call them, if nothing
Yeah.
else. But
And they
hopefully they'll
should.
have a actual direction of where the fucking timeline is gonna go by then.
Yeah.
And
I feel like it's kind of odd that one of the people who has the right to be angriest and loudest is quietest. Daisy doesn't say anything.
That's because Daisy's not mad. Why would she be?
no, she was one of the only ones that had a decent arc through the whole thing.
Mm.
Ish.
I think she has the right to be mad about handling of things, mostly.
Adam Driver doesn't give a fuck because he's Adam Driver.
Yeah,
he's
that
like,
that dude's just gonna like collect Oscars like fucking Halloween candy. So
He's like the best actor on the planet.
I got into an argument with one of my friends a little while back because I said that he's the best actor that ever graced a Star Wars set. And I was told I'm wrong because Harrison Ford exists. And I'm going to just say again, Harrison Ford is not a good actor.
no,
I don't know.
he basically plays the same fucking character.
I don't know. He's not a good actor. I don't agree with that. I do agree with you that Adam Driver is a better actor.
Joe, get off my plane.
I mean, I think I've seen like 2 Harrison Ford archetypes. 3. There's the one where he's in that movie. It's a rom-com. Holy shit!
wait, Harrison Ford did a rom-com?
What?
Yes.
He has feelings?
Yes,
No.
it's a fucking remake too, and it's old. It's from the 90s, and now I can't remember what it is.
He has feelings. What are you talking about? Most of his feelings are
It's the one about 2 brothers, and then there's a girl that's like the daughter of their chauffeur, and
Seven
she goes.
Brides for Seven Brothers.
Get the.
I don't know.
No.
Anyway,
Okay,
he's a nerdy dude in this rom-com. He's a nerdy businessman. That's like the one archetype I've seen that's different that isn't action man or scoundrel.
Action.
I feel like his 2 settings are like Indiana Jones
Action man.
or Han Solo
Scoundrel.
or President of the United States.
Action man.
Action man scoundrel.
Action President.
I'm telling you, everything either is action man scoundrel in this one fucking rom-com, which doesn't fit.
Blade Runner.
But he's
Action
action
Man.
man.
I know. What did you say?
Hold on. I have to look
Wait,
up what this fucking movie's
Is
called
he
now.
an action man?
I think we're coming up on the end of our hour.
Isn't that the point of the whole movie?
Yeah, no worries.
Wait, I have to tell you what this movie's called before we go, because this is gonna drive me crazy. But I'm telling you, everything is action man, scoundrel, and this one fucking movie. Where the fuck is it?
Wait, he was in Age of Adeline?
Yeah. Wait, no, I've gone too far. Sabrina! It's called Sabrina.
The Teenage Witch?
No, it's a
The Chilling
rom-com.
Adventures of?
It's from 1995, and he plays a character named Linus Larrabee.
Everyone's
Wow.
hope this week is to watch the Harrison Ford rom-com.
Man, yep. Everything else, I'm looking through his IMDb fucking profile. It's action man, scoundrel, Linus
He was
Larrabee.
just in Call of the Wild. I suppose that counts as action man.
Oh,
He- Better as Old Man returning as Action Man again.
and even
Because Old Man Harrison Ford and his Blade Runner character, I loved it.
no,
like-
it was really good.
Did you guys see there's a Blade Runner anime coming out?
Yes, I'm actually really excited for that. So
2049 is a beautiful ass movie.
it is.
I still haven't seen it.
Hey, it's made by the same guy who made Dune, so go watch it.
Yep.
For Dennis
Wait.
Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve.
You're telling me a person who had a lot of shit to talk about Marvel movies?
What?
Villeneuve.
Or,
Yes.
Did I say it wrong? The last. All right. Even I
think
said it
it's
wrong.
Villeneuve.
I thought it was Villeneuve. I don't know.
Had some shit to say about Marvel movies recently, and his 2 biggest projects of all time are a
Blade
sequel
Runner.
to a movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
And
Like-
He talked shit about Marvel too. I thought that was just fucking Scorsese, but
Oh, it's fucking.
Um,
It's him. It's fucking Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott. Someone stop.
James Cameron. James Cameron talks shit.
Who's making fucking 3 Avatar sequels?
that nobody wants.
Villeneuve said that Marvel movies are all a cut and paste of the other of the others.
Bro, you just made a movie from a book.
I mean, but I think, and I'm not gonna like say he's right here, but Marvel has a formula, And they fucking follow it.
I think they've been breaking that formula more and more lately.
Yes,
it's
they
almost
have.
like they established their own tropes, and they're now breaking the tropes,
right,
and like flipping them.
But the first 3 phases, pretty much they followed their formula every time. And my friend Kyle is like a big, like, he's a movie critic and he's like a cinephile and he does all these breakdowns and he always has that fucking complaint about Marvel too. But it's true. But like Eternals, I feel like broke that a lot. And some of their TV shows, like WandaVision, really kind of threw some of that
lately, and that's been great.
Because now they feel like they can experiment a bit more, and they are. So cool. Why not? Let it fucking happen. But that's why, like, Villeneuve saying that they'll cut and paste. It's because basically you could be like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and it happened in every fucking Marvel movie, like in that order for a while. It's true. That doesn't make it bad.
Don't feel that it is a thing he has the right to be saying when his.
No. And like, bro, like some of the people getting to make these Marvel movies, like this is their first big shot. Like, shut the fuck up.
Well, then you get people like fucking Taika Waititi, fucking can do anything he wants now, you know. But like, he has fun doing Marvel. But he's won Oscars at this point. He's done all fucking crazy shit.
I love Gunn because James Gunn, every time one of those directors does that, James Gunn claps back at him, and it's not even always like rude. Like James Gunn will be like, "I love Scorsese so much, but I think he's wrong here because like a lot of people put a lot of their heart and soul into these movies, and
absolutely,
like it's just disheartening for other directors to shit on them, you know?"
Yeah, it's because these old directors feel like they're basically on their way out.
Yeah,
then they're sad.
Well, that's what I kind of feel like, especially a director like Scorsese or James Cameron, who like is probably a director a lot of these young directors looked up to.
Yeah, yeah. But whatever, Scorsese will go direct some more mob movies at some point, and James Cameron will keep making movies nobody gives a fuck about, but we all watch anyway. And
I mean,
is Ridley Scott really making a fucking Gladiator sequel?
God, I hope not.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, this man must be stopped. He won't let other good directors make alien movies because he's such a low self-esteem prick. Now he's talking about making a Gladiator sequel fucking 37 years later.
How do you make a fucking sequel to that? Everybody died.
So, I once heard that Russell Crowe read the script to Gladiator and went, "This movie is shit, but I will save it because I am Russell Crowe and I am the greatest actor on the planet."
Talk about some fucking ego. I love Russell Crowe too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's some crazy shit
in his life, though.
No, that's what Adam Driver's for, right? And on that note,
what else? Talk about?
Do we have anything else left to talk shit about before we go?
Let's talk about Patty Jenkins not doing a Star Wars movie.
Well, we
they want, and it's just shelved. That movie ain't happening.
No, it's done. I mean, we glanced over it earlier, but
Lucasfilm got really uncomfortable with the rape scene she left in
Wonder Woman 80. Yeah, I mean, man, and it sucked because like Wonder Woman, the first one was really good, and the second one just was weird.
It's so weird
when you leave a rape scene in the movie and don't even like.
And Pedro Pascal was just like criminally like underused, and I don't know, his character.
He was the best part of that movie, though.
But it couldn't have been better.
Particles.
It was just really weird.
He felt like an icky like '80s salesman, so I guess he nailed it.
Like,
but his story was really weak. Like the whole motivation and everything was really fucking weak. Like he's doing all this.
Not well done. Cheetah was not well done.
No.
The whole thing. I think we've bitched about this one for a while.
Yeah, but I mean, and honestly, like I know some people were really excited for Rogue Squadron, and the only thing that I was excited about was that it was gonna move the timeline fucking forward.
Yeah,
that was fucking go.
I just want to go forward. I just want to let's just go, guys. Come on, we'll just go. We're gonna push past it.
Yeah.
we're going to just remember the good parts. We're going to take those good parts. We're going to pretend the bad parts didn't happen. We're just going to be like, oh, yeah, it was, no, okay, but...
I think they had to shelve it because I think they needed to give Dave Filoni time to fix the trilogy era.
Yeah.
They don't know what to fucking do. I think, well, they shelved it because they don't necessarily trust her right now, but also I think they don't know what to fucking do. I think they have no idea how to go forward.
Like, if it's a Patty Jenkins issue, I understand. If it's just we don't know what to do, like, that's dumb. Rogue Squadron is exactly what you need to do. Because you don't have to tell, like, a Star Wars trilogy story in Rogue Squadron. Like, you can just have a one-off movie like Solo was. And, like, people will pick that shit up.
They could be hunting remnants of the First Order. There's all sorts of shit you could do with that. That really doesn't need to...
In space. Who the fuck doesn't want Top Gun in space?
I mean, yes.
I want Top Gun in space.
But
I don't care for Top Gun in space.
Solo worked because it's still tied together with everything else.
If they're going to play Top Gun in space, where do they play volleyball is my only question.
In, like, a zero-G...
spot.
I really like the homoerotic volleyball scene. That's my favorite part of Top Gun.
But basically, all the Solo movies, including Solo, from Star Wars, all tied together with everything else, right? So
yeah,
they still need to map it out, though. The problem with the trilogy is they had no fucking plan. So if they go forward with no fucking plan, if they fucking make that mistake again...
They're not doing that no more. That's not a thing.
But I think they're having issues figuring out where they want to fucking go. So, Dave Filoni, please save us. Please.
Help us, Dave
if you
Filoni.
hear us, you're only...
Someone make a follow movie, please.
Make them an outline for them to follow.
That's all they need.
I can't believe they started making movies without one of those, to be honest.
I know. To me, that's like the biggest, like, how the fuck did that happen? They have a whole story group. Their whole job at Lucasfilm is to maintain continuity and to keep shit together. How did they make an entire trilogy of movies without having a fucking plan?
They convinced the directors to do it that did it by telling them they could do what they wanted. That's the reason. Anyways, we've done this 100 times too on this podcast.
We're always gonna fucking do it. We're always gonna end on that note. And on that note, we'll be back after D+ days, and we'll probably have info on Kenobi. Wait, what?
We'll have trailers and news after Disney Plus Day for sure.
Yep.
That's right.
So, Joe, do you have a hot take you want to end on?
Yes.
I know you didn't get to last week.
It's because of Halloween, so I'm late. But
it's the same one?
It's the one I posted online. I don't know if anyone saw it. But yes, if you dressed up as a character from Squid Game, specifically a staff character, you told on yourself.
Ooh, I haven't watched that yet, but I believe you.
You told on yourself.
Is this just Joe telling people how not to tell on themselves?
I think this is Joe telling people that they're bad people.
It's not going to be Joe's hot take thing anymore. It's just going to be every week I'm going to tell you people who are telling on themselves.
People who dress up like John Walker.
Like that cosplay. Oh,
did you see that picture?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can't get into it. We gotta go out.
Right.
We can just do a whole, like, we'll put together a slideshow of cosplayers who told on themselves.
No, because then I can't do it every week.
Let's not do that.
No.
I'm not going to drag cosplayers by name.
Yeah, no, we can blur out their faces. I don't know. They probably can't do that. People know.
I mean,
people
know. You put blood on your shield and you, like, act out one of the most horrifying scenes. Like, that's... What? Yeah, like, that just... All right, guys.
And on that note, so we'll be back next week after D+ Day. We'll at least be able to talk about Shang-Chi, hopefully, by then, because everybody will have seen it. And What If. You'll finish What If. And Home of the Champions. Oh, that's true. Just World so excited. The Braves fucking won. Hooray, I guess.
Yeah, it's okay, guys.
And yeah, maybe we'll get more fucking trailers for Star Wars, more announcements, more shit. We'll have more shit to talk about next week. No more hiatuses, hopefully, for a while. There was just a lot going on the last couple months, so.
Yeah.
We're back now, though. All right.
All right.
And that's it. We're signing off. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.